Well, I guess there's a solar eclipse today. We have an amazingly beautiful sunny day here in Alaska, but we unfortunately only get like 5% of the solar eclipse, so we ain't gonna see anything. I am out here on a walk, enjoying the sunshine, and wanted to tell you about today's video. I am making 4 MRE meals to go in my freeze dryer in one run, so 1 meal per tray. I'm embarrassingly getting out of breath because I am walking uphill, but there are just such pretty views. This is the street that I live on and it's like all uphill. So I love to take this walk up and you just get the most amazing views. And our mountains are just so pretty. The base of all 4 of my meals is going to be ground beef. I was shopping at the Costco Business Center about a week ago. They had ground beef on sale for $1.99 a pound. 90% lean, 10% fat. They were sold in 20-pound cylinders. Want to guess how many I bought? Take a guess down in the comments, and in one of my recipe making videos, I tell you how many I bought. After I get through these recipes, I'm going to tell you the inspiration behind why I am trying to stock up on some delicious MRE meals. We got some big plans this summer that I am super excited about, but I'll tell you that a little bit later. Let's get to the cooking, okay? Meal number 1 is Sloppy Joes. Did you love Sloppy Joes as a kid? I know I did, and I honestly think my kids have maybe had Sloppy Joes one time in their life. So that inspired me to make some Sloppy Joes. All you gotta do is freeze dry the meat sauce mixture, and then when you're ready to eat it, you just need to add hot water to it, throw it on some buns, and you got a hot, tasty meal that's got some protein to give yourself some energy when you are out on the road. Welcome to my kitchen. I am feeling very Alaskan today in my Alaska sweater and my husky headband. Gotta wear it before it gets too warm. So remember the beef that I was talking about before? The killer deal I got from Costco. This is it. Isn't this crazy? It's huge. So this is 10 pounds of ground beef, 90/10, and it was $1.99 a pound. This huge tube was $19.90. So did you take a guess how many I bought? I bought 5 of these. It was funny because everyone in Costco had these in their cart because they were such a good deal. But this is gonna be the base of my 4 meals that I am making today to freeze dry. And before I get to cooking, I want to show you a new Harvest Right product that I got. I got the Harvest Right silicone tray liners. I've been using a version on Amazon for a very long time and they work fine. I always thought they were made of silicone, but a lovely viewer told me that they are fiberglass if I go and read the description. I think I've been calling them silicone this entire time that I've had my YouTube channel, so I am very sorry that I said the wrong material that it is made out of. Those black ones that I use all the time are made of fiberglass, not silicone. I still like them, I still use them, but I feel like these ones are gonna be a little bit of an upgrade. They feel so nice. So these are for my medium Harvest Right freeze dryer. It comes with a set of 5. My freeze dryer only has 4 shelves because it's not the new updated Pro version, but so now I just will have an extra one. But they're super cute, printed and with the little Harvest Right logo. I'm gonna use these today on my trays as tray liners, and we'll see how they hold up in the freeze dryer. I'm just gonna give them a quick wash and they will be good to go. For the Sloppy Joes, I am going to need about 2 pounds of this ground beef. And as I go through these recipes, I'm just gonna cut off hunks of meat to cook up in my pan. Here are all of my ingredients that I am using for the Sloppy Joes. I'm gonna cut off a hunk of beef, ketchup for the sauce, brown sugar, ground mustard, chili powder, crushed red pepper, and Lazy Girl Cooking. I have a seasoning blend of onions and peppers. Because I want my kids to eat this with no complaints, I am gonna chop this up a little bit in my little Ninja food chopper so that the pieces get nice and small before I cook them on the pan. Just so we can kind of hide the veggies in there, but we'll still get the flavor. I am rinsing my ground beef just to get any extra fat that may be on there off of it. And then I am now going to saute up my veggies, and then I'm gonna add my meat back to the pot. So a few other things I added that I forgot to mention in my ingredients were Worcestershire sauce, just a few splashes. I added about a tablespoon of tomato paste. I added minced garlic, salt, pepper, dry mustard, red pepper flakes, salt. I think that was everything. But this is looking so good. I did reserve some of the ground beef because I felt like it was just getting a little too full. I'm hoping this fits okay on one tray. We will see. If it's too much, then I will just reserve some to the side, and you know, we could eat that now. I'm gonna let this simmer for about 10 minutes and then stick it on my tray. This looks and smells amazing. I'm ready to put it on my freeze dryer tray. Thing to mention is that the trays hold about 2.5 pounds of food, so I am going to weigh this as I pour it onto my tray because I just don't want to overload the machine and cause any problems. I don't know if this whole amount is gonna fit on there. Let's see. I am at 2.5 pounds, almost exactly on this tray, so I'm gonna call that good to go. And that's all I had left over, so I didn't have to waste too much, and maybe I'll let my husband have a sloppy joe for lunch with this left over. Aren't I so nice? So I'm gonna pop my tray lid here onto my tray. This is gonna go in the freezer, and then I'm gonna start my next meal. Meal number 2 is just simple taco meat. My kids love tacos. That is something I can get them all to eat. If you have picky eaters, you know what a feat that is. So taco meat, then you can just throw it into a tortilla, add some cheese and salsa, and you're good to go. No cooking involved when you want to eat it. That's the goal of all these recipes. No actual cooking, throw it together and eat. Let's get going on the taco meat. All I am doing is just 2 taco seasoning packets and 2 pounds of ground beef. This is like the easiest one. My meat is browned. I've just got our taco seasoning packets to add. These are the Taco Bell ones. My kids love Taco Bell. I'm sure it could be much healthier if you just made your own seasoning, but this is what I'm doing today. I'm gonna add both of these and a 1.5 cups of water, let it simmer, and our taco meat is done. It just smells like Taco Bell up in here. Here is the taco meat. I am just gonna pour it onto my pan, not my pan, my tray, and get the lid on, and then we can move on to meal number 3. I don't know if you can see the amazing view behind me. That is Eagle River Valley, and it's just breathtaking. Recipe number 3, we're on number 3, is egg roll in a bowl. This is actually something that I have never made before, but I keep seeing people make this recipe and it looks so good. So I will show you all the ingredients that I am using for egg roll in a bowl. It's gonna turn out great. Hopefully reconstitutes great, and throw it on some rice and you got a tasty meal for camping. Egg roll in a bowl. Super excited about this one. Here are the ingredients. Ground beef, I'm gonna get that cooking. Olive oil, I'm gonna omit the oil. Salt, pepper, I'm gonna be dicing up an onion. I have shredded carrots, garlic, I use minced garlic because lazy. 3 cups of cabbage, I am gonna be chopping my own cabbage. Ground ginger, soy sauce, sesame oil, granulated sugar, green onion for garnish, and sesame seeds for garnish. I'm skipping the sesame seeds because I don't want to freeze dry those. I don't think seeds freeze dry very well. The sesame oil I am going to just purchase before our road trip and just have it to top our egg roll in a bowl when we're there. I'm not gonna cook it into the food. And let's see, what else? The green onion is for a garnish, but I found these in the spice section, freeze-dried chives, which I could have made myself, but I just picked this up. And I'm just gonna put this into the recipe also, because I love chives. Meal number 3 looks so good. I tasted it, it tastes delicious. Once I have the sesame oil on here, it's gonna really bring it up a notch and it'll give it more of that kind of Asian zing that I feel like it's missing. So definitely need the sesame oil, but again, I will do that later once we are there. I'm gonna get this on my tray, measure out 2.5 pounds, because I think this is gonna be heavier than that. I don't know, we'll see. So this is 2 pounds of egg roll in a bowl, and this will be so good just served over rice. This will be a tasty meal out on the road. I should be embarrassed out walking in my Crocs and socks, but meal number 4 is just a simple meat marinara sauce to throw on some pasta to have an easy, quick dinner. That one will require cooking some noodles, but you're not having to cook anything messy like meat and sauce and all of that. That will be done for you. Just boil some noodles, throw your meat sauce on, and it's gonna be great. Here's how I made it. Are you getting sick of ground beef yet? I kind of am. But I'm gonna be grateful to have these meals when we are out on the road. So this last meal to go into my freeze dryer is gonna be a meat pasta sauce that I am going to use just to put on some noodles, and then boom, you got a meal easy to go. I think I've got a good 3 pounds of ground beef still. I'm just gonna cook all of this up. I'm not gonna need all of it for my meat sauce, but the extra meat I will just save for a meal for my family this week. Let's get this cooked up and I will show you the stuff I'm gonna use for the marinara sauce. So I have my meat cooking back there. For my sauce, I am adding a 28-ounce can of crushed tomatoes, along with, if you saw one of my previous taco soup videos, you know I love the fire roasted diced tomatoes. It's my secret to making any soup or chili just extra good. So we're adding 2 cans of these. Oh, come on. I'm just gonna blend this together so that we have a nice smooth sauce. I have a lot of meat sauce left over, so I'm just gonna freeze that in my freezer, use it for a meal for us next week sometime. Here is what I am using for my freeze dryer. We got 2.5 pounds on here. I think we did it. One reason I love these tray lids are that it makes it so easy to just carry down to your freezer or to your freeze dryer if you're prepping the foods in your kitchen first. They work great. You can get them from Harvest Dry online. I will link in my video description my link to Harvest Dry, where you can shop for the accessories like lids, like tray liners, silicone molds, all the fun stuff. Once you're on the website, you click the Shop Now button, and if you scroll up a little, there will be a section for accessories. Click there. You can see everything that they have to offer. That felt like a marathon of cooking. I am so glad it's done. I'm gonna let these freeze overnight, and in the morning, I'm gonna get these into my freeze dryer and show you the settings and all of that fun stuff. So I will catch you all in the morning. Bye. You can see the road is pretty icy still in some spots, but the sun is just so quickly melting it. I am just in heaven today. I'm gonna walk backwards so I'm not squinting in the sun. This is such a bad idea. Anyway, why am I making all these meals? Our family has purchased an RV. My goal for this summer was to camp as much as possible. I think I've mentioned that in some of our previous videos. And I'm a high maintenance glamper. I don't want to do tent camping, not in Alaska, not with all the bears around here. I want an enclosed place. Okay, and now there's a car coming. Okay, the car is gone. I want an enclosed, secure place to camp in. We did not have a large budget to be spending on an RV, so my husband actually found a really good deal on an old, classy motorhome, camper, whatever you want to call it, down in Arizona where we're from. His dad went and checked it out for us. It seems like it's in good condition. The inside definitely needs some updating and beautifying to it, but everything is functioning. It was low miles. We decided to go for it, and we are gonna make a huge family road trip from Arizona all the way through Alaska on the Alcan back to Anchorage, Alaska. Tell me if we're crazy. I know people do it. I don't know if we're gonna survive like a week-long road trip in a small camper with all 3 of our kids, but we're gonna do it, and I know we're gonna see some amazing stuff along the way, and I am actually so excited. My kids are excited. My husband has done the drive twice already since we lived here in Alaska, so I feel comfortable knowing that he kind of knows what he's doing and the routes and everything. But we're gonna make this as long as possible road trip that we can so we can see all of the things. So please let me know if you have done this road trip before, if there are any must-see places to stop along the way, or if you live in any of the areas along the route from Arizona up through, I think we're going up through like Utah, Idaho, Montana, and then up through Canada, and then down around Alaska to Anchorage. If you live anywhere along that route, give me suggestions on things to do and see that are kid-friendly. This trip will be happening in sometime the beginning of June. And I will be taking lots of footage along the way, sharing with you guys our trip and how we eat our freeze-dried meals on the road. I'm so excited about that. I'm sure I will have more future videos of other meal ideas that I am going to do to prep for this trip, so stay tuned for that. Now let's go see how these freeze dry, and I'll show you how I'm gonna package them up for easy travel. I'm not doing jars because I have to pack this in my luggage to fly down to Arizona. So I'm gonna definitely do them in Mylar bags. Here at my freeze dryer, let's see the settings I'm gonna use. I'm just gonna hit customize. I'm gonna freeze at -10. I don't need extra freeze time just because my stuff's already frozen. Leaving my dry temp, extra dry time, I'm gonna put at like 5 hours. That just gives me buffer for if it gets done. I've got some extra time to get my trays weighed. That's how I like to make sure the food is done right. I'm gonna hit start, and then we wait a 15-minute cool down period. Our food is now freeze drying. I will keep y'all updated with how long this takes and show you how I do my weigh test to see if the food is fully freeze dried. So we will check back in probably 24 hours or so and see how it's going. I do want to show you. Look outside my window. Oh wow, there is a lot more snow here, but can you see there's sunshine in the sky? So we're happy about that. And when I was looking out, oh my gosh, my neighbor's cat totally scared me. She just came from right over there and was staring at me. Hi, this is the sweetest kitty. Hello. So my machine has entered its extra dry time. It has been running for 25 hours and 38 minutes. I am going to pull my trays out, weigh them all, put them back in, let them run for another hour. If the weight is changing, then I know the freeze dryer needs more time the food needs more time in the freeze dryer. If the weight stays the same, then it has removed all the moisture it's going to remove, and we can take them out. So let's do it. To pause your machine, you just hit the little leaf in the corner. You gotta unplug your drain valve, and then you can pull them out. So now that my food is back in the freeze dryer, I just need to close the drain valve. And then I'm going to select more dry time on my screen. And it automatically just plugs in 2 hours. So I'm going to do that. I'm going to come back in an hour and check on them. So it's been an hour. let's do the same process. I'm gonna weigh it all, compare it to my numbers here, and see how we're doing. So my only tray that was not finished yet was the spaghetti sauce tray, which makes sense because that just had a lot more liquid in it. So I did pull these guys out for me to bag up, and I am just gonna let my spaghetti sauce go a few more hours. So let's get this one bagged up, and then, yeah. I am not sure what size of bags I am going to need. I want all of it to fit in one bag. So I'm gonna try my smaller size bag just because it's easier to work with for, I think, the less dense ones. But if I need to, I can put them in my bigger Mylar bag, and then I can heat seal this closed wherever I want. These do have a zip top for resealing. So, I mean, if I do have to heat seal it closed lower and cut it off, I'll lose that function, but I'm not worried about that. I more care about the size of the bag. So I get these on Amazon. I will link them in the video description below. I like them because they are nice and thick. They seem very high quality. I like that they have the zipper top, and you can heat seal them closed. Here's what I mean by being able to make that bag the size you want. These ones I needed to put in my bigger bag. This here is my Sloppy Joe mix. So I just heat sealed it and lopped off the top with some scissors. Same with beef egg roll. Cut the top off. I was able to get the taco mixture into here just fine. I also cut myself digging through my drawers on a pair of scissors because, you know, because I'm not very safe and organized. I think I'm gonna end up with one suitcase just dedicated to my freeze-dried food for our road trip. So we're flying to Arizona first and then driving back up. So prepping, but this is awesome. And the nice thing about checking this kind of food, it does not weigh a lot. So you're not gonna go over the weight limit on your checked bag. So when I get home from gymnastics mom carpool duty tonight, I will finish this one and get it bagged up. I'm not gonna do it on camera. You guys got the gist on how I packaged it up. I threw my oxygen absorbers inside the bags and heat sealed them closed on my heat sealer. That's all you gotta do, it's easy as that. Hot water, reconstitute it, and bam. We got fresh, tasty food whenever we want it. Thanks for watching. As always, if you want to purchase a freeze dryer, I have a link in the video description below. If you purchase a freeze dryer from my link, please send me an email. It will be listed right here. I just need your name, mailing address, and the date you purchased your freeze dryer, and I will send you my cute freeze drying magnet and some other little goodies, just thanking you for supporting me and my YouTube channel, DIY Freeze Dry. Thanks for all the support and love, and I will catch you all on the next freeze drying adventure. I'm gonna enjoy the sunshine, except I'm in the shade right now. The sunshine. Bye.